the power of choosing your ideal reality today on Awakening with Amy. Hi, welcome. I'm Amy Valentine, certified life coach, hoping to awaken within you a mindset that you can be, do, and have any desire. And today we're going to do a deep dive into choice, free will, choosing, no matter what the circumstances look like, what you want to experience. We're going to break that down today. This is really inspired by a couple weeks ago, somebody said to me, you can't just choose it. It is what it is. You know, I am what I am and they are who they are. You can't just choose it. And it's been on my mind all this time. It's been a couple weeks. And when I was reading Neville Goddard this morning, The Power of Awareness, it all clicked in for me. And I wanted to share this idea, this teaching with you to help you understand how manifesting your reality really is choosing it. Okay? So this is what I want to say when people argue for their limitations, which means just they're unaware. It's not a judgment, just unaware that they have the power and the free will to choose anything and everything. But first, you have to become aware of how energy works. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So this is what I want to say about that. It's not that things are just the way they are, or it is what it is. You know, that saying, it is what it is. No, things are the way you are. Remember that quote from Loki? It's all about the who, and the who is you. This is what it means. And even bigger than that, it's the way you believe you are. Neville Goddard says, the only thing to change is your self-concept. That yourself is the only thing to change, because it is futile to try to change people, circumstances, events, anything, without going within and understanding who you are being, who you believe you are. That's why Jesus asked his disciples, who do you say that I am? Because that determines your entire life experience. And the good news is that the universe is only responding to you now, what you now believe, that mix, that vibrational mix, like Abraham Hicks likes to say. So the way you believe you are is the concept you have of yourself. Your concept of yourself is all that you consent to be true. Let's read a Neville Goddard quote. I got a couple written down today. Leave the mirror and change your face. Leave the world alone and change your conceptions of self. Okay. Leave the world alone. Why is that powerful? That's the same thing as be still and know I am God. What they're asking us to do is just temporarily deny the evidence, the physical, tangible evidence of our senses long enough to broaden our awareness to who we really are. And who are we really? We are that I am awareness, that oneness with God, with source energy. I am that I am from Exodus. I am is the name of God. It's the name of that energy source, infinite intelligence. Whatever we call it, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really have a name. It's that pure, unconditional consciousness, love. And we are a spark of that divinity. And it's only when we let go and forget that and separate ourselves from it, even though we're never really separated, is when we experience doubt and fear. This is really powerful today. I hope I can get this all out. It's really, really powerful. That energy, we're always one with that energy. Think of it as it's always holding your hand. And only when you forget that, you let go of its hand, right? So your self-concept, who you believe you are in relationship to everything, is the only thing that matters. And when you become aware of this, now you can choose again. You can choose who you say you are. It's all about the who, and the who is you. You get to choose, and you choose, like Neville said, leave the world alone. You don't decide who you are by what you've done, by your accomplishments, by what other people say, by the past, by the so-called future. No, you get a clean slate right now to decide, to choose, to claim. That's what God does. God just claims it. Why? Because that's what love, unconditional love, knows. It doesn't have the should I, shouldn't I, the doubt, the fear. The doubt and the fear is only in this physical reality. And why? Because we're putting it through a filter. We're putting that same energy, like Abraham Hicks says, everything is like one big long stick, right? But what they're really saying is everything is the same consciousness. It's the same energy, arranged in infinite forms, or in other words, vibrating at different frequencies. This is the power. This is why they say, Abraham Hicks says, there is no death. There's no real death. The only thing in a physical, the only thing that can change is form. Energy doesn't die. Energy behind everything, that invisible, unseen, non-physical energy, is changeless. This is so deep. That is why when people physically or pets physically leave their bodies, they don't really die. They're still here. They're just vibrating so high that we can't see them anymore, but they're here. So just keep that, just hold on to that, because that is the truth. We are the awareness of being behind all the appearances. That's why Jesus said, judge not by the appearances, but with righteous judgment. This is how we resurrect and rise above any unwanted, any negativity, any BS that we've ever experienced or are experiencing. No, this is how we rise above. Our focus and attention, the more we broaden our awareness of who we truly are, and that this physical reality is just a game, it's like a simulation, that we can reconnect to our fulfillment. And that fulfillment never goes away. We always have access to it, because it's who we really are, right? So a belief is just a thought you kept thinking, Abraham Hicks. You had a thought, it vibrated out and attracted other like thoughts like it. You didn't know this was happening. And those thoughts kind of bubbling up, and they elicit an emotion, a feeling from you. And that feeling, you feel like it's so true, it gets impressed in that subconscious. What is the subconscious? Just below awareness, just below consciousness. And then those habits of thoughts become beliefs, because then you get external physical evidence of them. That's how a thought becomes a belief. That's how a belief is just a habit of thought. My cat just rolled in. I'm sorry. Excuse me. So, maybe Daniel can edit this part out. Let me talk about another quote from Neville. The world moves with motiveless necessity. By this is meant that it has no motive of its own, but it is under the necessity of manifesting your concept or the arrangement of your mind. And your mind is always arranged in the image of all you believe and consent to be true. It's your choice. God gave us free will. That's what it means. And it's your choice, like it's judgment. No, you get it. It's saying right there, you get to choose again. And listen, every belief is limiting. Every thought is limiting in some way. The only reason why that belief becomes so-called negative is because it's no longer serving us. It's no longer who we want to be. It's no longer, in other words, what we want to experience, because you don't even have to uncover any subconscious beliefs. All you have to do is be the uncritical observer, like Neville says, of your reactions to life, of what you are living and how you see it, to know what you're consenting to be true. So it's really powerful when you allow yourself the grace to be the uncritical observer and really call out anything that you no longer want to believe. Because just remember, belief equals experiencing. That's it. Manifesting means having the experience. Manifested seen is just what you believe about yourself. In other words, who you say you are, your self-concept. So, that's why Wayne Dyer said, you will see it when you believe it. And you don't even have to try to believe it, because all beliefs are optional. This is so powerful. It's so crazy. I know it sounds crazy, but it is so powerful. And that's why you don't have to judge yourself for what you did in the past that you regret. All that stuff, you just throw it out the window. Stop holding on to it. Hold on to nothing, like A Course in Miracles says, because that's what Neville was trying to say as well. The world moves with motiveless necessity, meaning it has no intrinsic meaning. We are here to apply the meaning, to give it. So why not give everything, now that you know, now that you're remembering who you really are, which is a non-physical, beautiful soul, spirit, energy, and playing a role with a mask on, so you can bounce around and have a life experience, so you can know yourself as God, and so God can know itself through a physical experience, through you. I mean, doesn't that take the edge off everything that you want? Doesn't that just help you come from a neutral place? And because understand, again, that when you have a really strong desire, at the same time, you create the really strong lack of that desire. It's the way the physical reality has to work, right? So when you come from that uncritical place, that neutral place, that detached place, remembering I am who I say I am, what I consent to be, now I can leave both those alone. I don't have to cling to my desire so hard, or I don't have to worry so bad or fear that I won't get what I want. No, because I'm choosing it all with where I'm putting my focus, my attention, my consciousness, right? Remember, energy is always in flux. It's always moving. That is not woo-woo. That is physics, right? It's always moving. It's always changing form. And what is behind all of it? It's that unseen, non-physical, changeless consciousness, energy, frequency, right? So everything is here and now. Your point of power is in the present moment, Seth said through Jane Roberts. This is why, because you get to decide moment to moment who you say you are. And this is the power. When you decide you're who, and you repeat that, you keep shining a light on that, then the thoughts that align with that, the beliefs that align with that who, that identity, that self-concept, just naturally unfold. So what is the biggest takeaway? Accept fulfillment as the only reality. How do you accept it? You choose it. You leave the world alone long enough to go within and remember, no, I'm forget. You know what? I don't have to think like that anymore, that I'm, defined by my experiences or by anything. Now I get to say, I get to choose. That's what Paul said to the Corinthians, I die daily. That's what it meant. I die to the old and resurrect the new. By choosing it, claiming it, affirming it, shining a light on it until it becomes a physical manifested reality. And that is the mirror principle. That is the holographic nature of our universe. That within every part is the all. And the all is all of the parts. Mind-boggling, right? That's why we're one with everything. Oneness. So be one with fulfillment. Make that your only choice. Even when you have a crying moment, a grieving moment, an uncomfortable situation, let yourself feel it all. Because love doesn't resist anything. Faith doesn't resist anything. It knows that you're here to experience all that and then choose again. So don't judge yourself, right? That's the ultimate truth that dissolves all doubt, is that I am fulfillment no matter what, and I'm choosing that. And I'm going to remind myself of that daily. I get to choose who and what I say I am no matter what. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your comments. I love you all. Thank you for liking and sharing the video. That's how we get the message out there. And thank you for subscribing. Our channel is growing and I'm so excited. And until next time, have a wonderful day.